Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is April 20th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review where I am reviewing the S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. I gave you guys the forewarning. As you can see, last couple of weeks, I've been talking about this bearish pattern, bearish engulfing. Who let the bears out? Is it just a little pullback? Again, this is giving you a warning that we are at a top and we may be going down. But let's go ahead and take a look at this weekly review and see what I see here going on this week. All right, let me zoom in here and maximize and all. Right now on the quarterly chart, and what I see, we have broken below the R1 level on this quarterly pivot. That could have been a stop for some people. Again, as long as I stay above R1, I'm good. If I break R1, it's time for me to stop out. As soon as I get below R1, I'm out. You got a strong movement to the downside. No need of giving too much of your profit back at this time. You should have some profit if you've been trading in this thing, for the last couple of quarters and riding this thing to the upside. No trade recommendations, just trying to give you an idea of how I look at pivots and how you look at pivots and use pivots in your trading plan and your trading strategy and all. Something new, if you didn't notice, I put a couple moving averages on here also. This is a 5 and a 10. Not maybe the ideal ones that some of my other guys would use, but these are some that I don't mind sharing until I get a call from someone or a text or a message from someone and tell me that maybe I shouldn't put these out here. So again, these may not stay out here that long, but they are good. They are a good indicator also for me, to let me know if I should be in this trade or out of this trade for the long term, if I didn't have anything else that already had triggered me But let's go ahead and go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there Okay, on the monthly chart, we're at a point. I'm going to zoom in here. Again, first quarter, these are quarterly pivots. We drop below pivot. Again, that's another stopping point. Because again, one of my rules and one of my things is above pivot, stay above pivot. Now, if you actually end up getting below pivot one of the days on my higher time frame, again, for me, it's time for me to get out of that trade and just wait and see what happens, or reverse my trade and play it to the downside But again, you're still above the 9-10 moving average. That could be your trigger But pivots or my thing, again, I'm trying to give you an insight on how I look at pivots and how I use pivots. So that's what we see here. We are seeing a bearish pattern again at a top on a higher time frame, on a monthly time frame. This is actually really a bearish engulfing at this time because not that high is higher, but I believe this body right here, this open higher than this open. So I'm just looking at the bodies. That's definitely a bearish engulfing happening right now at a top. All right, let's go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, this is where you got the early warning sign. 3 weeks ago, you had a bearish opening on a weekly chart, and you got confirmation of that move, and now you're getting follow through of that on a weekly chart. What's going to happen the next couple of weeks? Don't know. The thing is, if you bears who, like I said, if you got in, you're playing it down to the downside. These are monthly pivots. Monthly pivots, it very seldom goes down to an R3 level, but this can be your target, and this might be our bounce for us bulls. Let me see. You can take the time. You can set this up on your own and scroll back, and when the market is dropping, see how often does it go down to an R3 level, and what happened when it gets to an R3 level on these weekly charts. But that's what I want to see. That's what we see happening right here, right now. We can see that we may have a little bit more room to drop. My level, based on just technical, looking at the candles and all, this is where we had a little pullback. Since we already passed this little area right here, this is the next area where we had a little pullback and a launch out of here, a big demand coming out of here. So this can come all the way down here to about this area here before we actually get where the demand maybe really picks up to kick this thing back to the upside. And if it comes all the way back down here, you're talking about 475 and we're at 495. So that's only another 20 points. If you can stand up for 20 points, that's up to you. And I'll basically plan your trading strategy. Or if you to the downside, maybe you can squeeze another 20 points out of that, but that's coming way below this monthly R3 level. And there are levels, there's R4 and R5 and all that kind of stuff too that other people may have on their charts and stuff. But let's go ahead and look a quick look at the daily noise and wrap this on up. On the daily noise, it was just a red week all week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 red candles just playing this thing to the downside. I know some people were killing it this week, playing it to the downside and all. But that's all I see, and that's all I really need to say here. Just red blood is on the street now. The thing is how long is it going to last? And that's it. I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Having a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.